So you install Valorant. Your friend told you that you finally could play a game together. And you think why not, because the game seems pretty cool. Right? Well... Not really. But don't worry. I'm here to teach you the basics and also tell you what you should and shouldn't expect from the game. We are going to split this video into 3 main parts. We're going to help you a lot to understand the game, and we are of course starting with the most important one, the basics. So quick remind, Valorant is a 5v5 FPS game in which one team has to plant the spike and the other one has to prevent them from planting. All of that is of course surrounded by what we call here precise gunplay.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
You probably already saw that in the tutorial, however, did you know that you don't have to follow that script every round? Let me explain. In the tutorial, you have to go slow, entry, plant, and cover the spike. But you should know that there is many other ways to play the round. Here's an example. Instead of going slow and then entry, you could do what we call a fake entry. In this scenario, you and some of your teammates are making noise and forcing the enemies to rotate to the other side and also waste their spells on you. While the actual part of the plan is to give to your other teammates with the spike a free side to plant. If done smartly and carefully, you can use this method even until mid and high ranks. That doesn't mean it should work every time, but it can be very helpful in lower ranks where people are mostly over-rotating. About over-rotation, you might ask me what is that? Let's switch now to the defender side of the map. Your goal now is to avoid enemies to enter the site but also prevent them from planting the spike. Very often the enemies are not going to go on your side of the map, and here's something I would really like you to remember. When you hear your teammates saying, steps B or it's B, that doesn't necessarily means the enemies are about to enter here. That might be a fake entry as we saw before. So watch always your minimap and listen to your teammates. If you see your teammates getting flooded on the minimap, that might be a real entry and you can rotate. But if your teammates are saying that there is someone B, and after a few seconds there is still no movement, that means that you should stay on your side and check the mid because enemies are trying to catch your attention to confuse you, and they might be already lurking. Okay, but what is lurking? Lurking is very simple to understand. It is when someone is trying to get behind the enemy team by coming from their spawn or from the mid, so they can get a good timing and kill the enemies from an unexpected place. So here is what you should remember. First, you can play much differently with diverse tactics that is suggested to surprise your enemies. Second, you need to know when to rotate to help your teammates. And third, you can and you need to lurk to get enemies by surprise, because that will give you a heavy win condition. By the way, if you want me to explain more in depth different playstyles you can use to improve, tell me in the comments so I know. Oh, and of course if you want more helpful videos like that, don't forget to sub, thank you. Now after saying from my opinion the most important things, we can finally relax and talk about something funnier, for example, the players, the fanbase. This is a topic you will hear a lot about because it's always the same profiles. The no mic, the toxic, the smurf, but don't worry, there's some normal players. Sometimes. The no mic is the most common thing. Those people are just scared to speak, and please guys don't be like them because every information is very important. Because the more you give comms, the less you have to watch the minimap, and the more you can focus on game mechanics, such as aim, movement and so on. Toxic players are also very common in Valorant. What I want you to know here is that in every FPS games there is toxic players, and Valorant isn't an exception. So don't take it close to heart and just try to not pay attention to them. You can just mute them and don't let them ruin your mood, because this is a game after all. Smurf players are people who are playing on lower ranks for another account, while being much stronger. So you're going to meet a lot of these guys in your games, but sadly you cannot really do anything about it. You can report them for rank manipulation though. I can do as well a video about how to win against Smurfs if we get at least 15 likes under this video. Deal? Then we move on the last part, which is kinda my favorite, the game itself. So now as you know how to play and what to expect from the players, here's things that you will discover during your journey in Valorant. First of all, the roles. I won't talk too much about that because there is already a bunch of videos on YouTube already about that, but very quickly. There is 4 roles: duelists, initiators, sentinels, and smokers. Duelists are here to fight and also enter the site. Initiators are here to reveal enemies and make them move out of the site. Sentinels are here to cover the back of the teammates, but also the ones who are going to lurk during the game. And smokers are here to smoke. No, actually they're much more important than that, but if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me in the comments. Now about the weapons. Here's one thing I would like you to remember. There is no weapon that is 100% accurate, except the snipers. You will probably ask me why. because I told you there was some precise gunplay in Valorant. I mean, yes, but no. Here's the truth. Valorant has an RNG factor called first bullet accuracy. That means sometimes, when all conditions to hit the shot are made and everything seems perfect, it might happen that your bullet isn't going the way you want. I don't know, just for fun I guess. So yeah, good luck with this one. Beside all negativity, developers have recently started to be more transparent about the game updates through their YouTube channel. In the end, even with huge issues, Valorant is still a game with a story to tell, through lore videos, and also some secrets hidden around the maps. Yeah, you heard me right. This isn't only a shooter game, but also an ecosystem with nice music tracks, animations, and also esports tournaments called VCT that are very fun to watch.
I highly recommend you to watch some VCT matches because you can learn a lot from pros gameplay, but also understand why is this game so popular. With that said, I can finally tell you, welcome to Valorant.
It all comes down to one more map. Where'd that second come from? But Ethan, right back to you. Yes! Ethan, is it cut above the rest?
Oh my god, we won. Oh my god, we won champs. We won champs.
As NRG are your Valorant World Champions!
Oh, and please don't buy skins, they're way too expensive.